So you're in one of these three modes, I'm guessing. I'm making some assumptions here, but you are currently late right now on some existing credit bills. And if that's you right now, then you're struggling having enough income to handle the bills that you have or that you're obligated to. And I'm going to tell you that if that is the case, this is not the time for credit restoration. There's some other things, and that's a whole different discussion. But if you are still struggling with your income compared to your outgo, it's not time to do this stuff yet. Now, it's not going to be bad information for you. I'm just telling you, you may want to wait. Here's the next thing. Or you have recently let bills go to collection and you're operating on cash. Now, that's usually one of the next steps that happens when you have this trauma, this lack of income, and all of a sudden you still have bills coming in. Sometimes you have to make some choices. If you have choices about whether you're going to put a roof over your head or whether you're going to eat your next meal or whether you're going to keep the lights on or particularly the air conditioning on, in this particular as we get into the summertime, those are decisions that you have to make. And there might be some people that don't get paid in a particular month. And this is hard, it's gut-wrenching, it can be traumatizing, but you have to make a real decision on what's important. And right now, surviving this period is what's important. The third category is that you possibly have gone through the rough income problems. You've back on top of things where you're making the income that you either made before or that you're making more income than you had previously. Maybe you let some of the bills go to collection, but you're operating on cash now. You kind of quit using credit because nobody was offering you credit, and so you've been operating on cash. And there's a lot of people that do that, particularly when you have some credit trauma. You just fall back into this mode. Well, guess what? You don't have access to credit. You operate on cash, checks, your own bills, could be a debit card. That's the way you're operating. And you may have even started to the point of saving some money, anticipating that you're rallying. And then you're also tired of paying rent. Now, what happens is a lot of times when you walk away from credit, the only thing that's left on the credit is the stuff that happened, the collections and things that you didn't pay. And unless you do something about that, your credit score stays low. There's no new input except for the old negative reporting stuff that it has. And this is something a lot of people don't understand, is the credit score is really not going to get better until you do something positive to make the credit get better. And that's what we're going to talk about later. Okay, so hang in there with us. There's not too much to do, really, until you stabilize. So until you get your income stable and consistent, you shouldn't really worry about clearing up your credit yet. It's just not time yet. If you started working on some of these things but you didn't have a consistent income, then you're going to fail again. So I encourage you to work on focusing on getting that income up to a consistent level so that you understand and you can handle what's your exact expenses are that are around you. And obviously making a budget, and I've been known to give Dave Ramsey books away. If you don't know who Dave Ramsey is, I'd love to tell you about him. He's all about making a budget, living by it, very life-changing, helpful information. And I'll just say it like that. And don't call me if you just want a book, but if you come in and we talk and I think that you're sincere and stuff like that, I have a pile of Dave Ramsey books that I like to give away because I think what he's got is some of the best information you can get as far as learning how to handle finances in your life. But I wax on. I'm going to move on here.